interviews, and we mentioned that we've had Riley, and the new one is Mike Tyson. Tell us about that.
I find boxers fascinating because the vulnerability is extraordinary. You are stripped down to nothing but your courage, and you are fighting other men for money. And he was the baddest man in the world the last time the heavyweight division mattered. You can make an argument for what's happening today in the sport, but there hasn't been anything like him since him. And he doesn't like at all. He, in fact, hates the person that he was back then. He came from an upbringing that was largely loveless, and so what passed for love in his world was having sex, cocaine, fun, adulation, glory, and he was empty. And so now he's in his 50s. He's in bed most nights by 7 p.m. He's a father, and this isn't to say that he's totally changed, but what I ran into was a sort of altered Mike Tyson, in that 6 months ago, and you know his story is a little bit crazy, and he is very honest about owning some of his stuff. Like 6 months ago, he smoked the poison from a toad in Taiwan, and he is, in some ways, a different man by his own description. And so, thank you for the animation there. There's that toad. Thank you. That's good television work there. Yes. And so, it was just, to me, it was just revealing on how he became who he became, and all the darkness and sewage you have to crawl through to, be the baddest man in the world. In his environment, he associated hurting other people with love. The meaner you were to other people, as someone who came, out of a brothel, as someone who was carrying a gun at 11 years old. He'd been arrested 30 times before he was 13. He was using cocaine before he was a teenager. He came out of that environment and became the baddest man in the world, and I just wanted to talk to him about that.